water, no food, and no reprieve for residents here from the effects of the depressed rainfall during the October-December short rain season. Food and water are hardly enough to go around, and pastoralists now have to endure another season of long treks in search of water and pasture. And the forecast looks grim as the drought season is projected to last longer than expected. Here we meet a group of pastoralists who have traveled hundreds of kilometers to this particular waterhole. Thirst is a constant feature for both animals and also human beings. Residents tell us that they have lost hundreds of their herds in the quest for water. However, despite calls by government to sell some of their animals, the calls seem to have made no difference, as the large numbers tell the story.
Miezi 17 haonyeshi mvua.
Maji iko shida, chakula kishida, jilali ni shida sana, miaka mingi.
Hundreds of kilometers away, we meet Alima Roba, a mother of 5 and expectant. She has arrived here in time to fetch water courtesy of a well-wisher, but her situation cannot allow her to carry the water, so we are forced to offer some help. At this structure that has been our home for the last 3 months, there is little activity as there is nothing to cook. Schools have not been spared either. Galgado Primary School, that enrolled over 400 pupils at the beginning of the year, is now a pale shadow of what it used to be, with just 30 pupils. A majority of the pupils have abandoned schooling and accompanied their parents in search of water and pasture. Those that have been left behind are malnourished after the school feeding program was stopped.
We have managed to keep about 37 pupils, and for their food, we just collect relief food from the children's parents themselves. And that's how we managed to contain these children inside here. Otherwise, there were no much chipping from the government of Kenya.
Efforts by non-governmental organizations such as the Red Cross to purchase the livestock from the locals have not achieved much, at least not yet. Residents of Galgado, for instance, have only brought a few animals in the hope that the rains will come soon and change their fortunes, a situation Red Cross says is slowly getting out of hand.
Out of a population of 200,000 people, we are now talking about 140,000 people directly affected by the drought in dire need of assistance.
They turned out in large numbers when word spread that a well-wisher was bringing in water. What remains unanswered, though, is how these families are going to survive when this particular well-wisher goes away. Meanwhile, in Igembe South district, residents have now diverted their attention from maize and are now busy preparing their fields for the planting of sorghum, which experts say does well in arid areas. This comes after years of engaging in planting of maize as their main staple food. Michael Mayaka, Citizen Live at 9.